Well, hello there. It's been a little bit. Like it's been. I haven't been live since last year. Hello, everybody. Chief Meteorologist Andrew Panero here. I hope you're all doing well. Delvin, I saw you in the chat. Welcome. Go. Bada boom and bada bing. I always hate when YouTube does some surprise changes. There we go. Just getting the last things posted out there. Well, unrelated to anything with the weather, I just um insurance is half the price when Tesla self driving is because it increases safety. U.S. insurer Lemonade has announced that it will offer a 50% rate cut for drivers of Tesla vehicles when full self drive is steering because it had data showing it reduced accidents. So yes, I do agree with that. However, that's very interesting. Most interesting. All right, so how's everybody doing? I didn't see Raymond in there just yet. We'll see if anybody else jumps in. Delvin, how have you been? We'll say it has been a nice beginning to the year, at least for me. It was one of my, not really resolutions, but kind of commitment, was this was actually last year's resolution, 2024 and 2025, was I want to get back to things I used to do long time ago. Not really the whole decade thing. I see a lot of people posting things from 2016. I was doing that a year ago. But basically, what I was doing a decade ago that I really enjoyed. And one of the things is music. So I am a musician. My first instrument, started playing at 6, was piano. Then I quickly picked up clarinet in 5th grade. I got to a third chair in New York's all-state band. So that means in all the students in New York State for that year, I was third best. That was my highest musical achievement. And I also picked up along the way, played trumpet a little bit. It was one of the days of senior year with band class was we swapped instruments with a friend, and then we learned another instrument. Also guitar, that I started playing I think it's 2000. The guitar I have, did some research on it. It's about 20 years old. My piano is about it was 2000, so 26 years old this year. My clarinet is also 20 years old, as it was from 2006. And also, the company Buffet Crampon, just last year, had their 200th anniversary. So last year was 200th anniversary. This year is my 20th anniversary with this clarinet. Ooh, Boston 12-month rolling average temperature is the lowest since 2018. Yes, it has been very cold, which is also a setup component for a winter storm. So one of the things with snow, and Delvin, you probably know this. If not, I'll share it. But if anybody else that may be watching after the fact, when it starts snowing, if it hasn't been that cold the couple of days or week before the snowstorm, then it takes a couple of inches worth of snow to get the surface of the ground, cold enough to accept snow. That's where you could be snowing quite a lot. It could be snowing at a rate of 2 inches per hour, or let's say even an inch per hour. So you would expect after the first hour, you'd have an inch on the ground. But it might take a couple of hours for the surface to get cold enough to accept snow and hold the snow. So even though it's snowing at an inch an hour, it might take 3 hours for it to actually start sticking. With us that we've seen, it's been cold already. So, especially in the single digits it got down to, the ground is pre-frozen. That means it will be ready to accept snow as soon as it starts falling. Which we did have some snow showers in my area before. Delvin, I don't know if you had any snow showers around. I pull up the radar here and I'll show you. Bada boom, here we go. Oh, wow, yeah. There's the strip right there. Transition on over here for you. All right, so here. This is what's going on here. So the New York City area right in here. We got a band that's coming through right there. Let me put this in motion. There it comes through. Little flashes of mixed precipitation. There's a band coming through. There's a couple more bands out there. We move over. Let's take a look at Boston. Oh, it's coming. It's coming. Put this in motion. Ooh, interesting. That must be really dry over here. Because it's like a wall right there. And then it breaks through that wall. And it looks like it just hit another wall. Do you see it snowing by you there? Go up to Albany. All right, up in Albany. It's seeing a little bit there. No worries, no worries. I am home. Thank you. Hello, Raymond. How you doing? You got some snow around, a bit more north of you, I believe. But very interesting. So this is kind of like an appetizer, I would say. All right, let me pull up the rest of the stuff here. Weather forecasting tabs opened. There we go. Will it go out to sea? Because I was in that camp quite hard earlier in the week. We will talk about that. Let me bring this over here. And there we go. Okay. So, I don't believe... Whoops. YouTube, I don't like when they don't tell us they're changing the interface. Live streaming. Anyway, here I was checking earlier this afternoon. Let's see anything around. Winter weather advisory. That's kind of with what's going on right now. And the winter storm warning. Lake effect snow, 3 to 6 inches. And then expected to accumulate another 16 to 22 inches Thursday through Friday. Wow. Eastern Lake Ontario region. All right. They're gonna get walloped. Used to have a cat. He has passed away. He was an older cat. We got him when he was about 13. And then we had him till he was about 15, which is decently old for a cat. We originally were cat sitting. I don't know if you remember him. His name's Tesla. I didn't name him Tesla because I have a Tesla. That's just what his name was. But we got him to cat sit for 3 months, and then the owner never came back, or never had the chance to come back. So we had him for a couple of years. And then as we were moving back, Meg and I, into this house, when we got this house, we couldn't take the cat because my dad, who also lives with us, is allergic to cats, number one. Number two, he was getting older, so the owner came back and took him and then had him about maybe another 6 months, and he just couldn't walk anymore, so they put him down. Oh, yes, cold weather safety tips. Dress in layers, cover exposed skin. I didn't see the third. Let's head a little bit east here. This extreme cold watch. Wind chills 20 to 40 below zero. Oh, one of Meg's friends, I believe he's in Iowa, said the air temperature was about 5 degrees, and they had 30-mile-per-hour winds gusting up to 40. Most definitely brings the wind chill down below zero. So nothing in terms of a pending storm is out here yet. The National Weather Service is being fairly cautious. I don't think they post anything here. They did post something previously. Nope, that was it. Okay. It was a percentage or a probability of 6 inches or more. So they're not committing to a snow total, which is smart. You don't want to put a snow total map out just yet. So anybody that's putting snow total maps out, because we don't have the NAM yet. We don't have HRRR. We don't have any of these shorter range models just yet. So that's where my confidence is low right now. I would probably put it at a 50-55% chance, which actually kind of what the National Weather Service did. Their map for like the New York City area was a 49% chance of 6 or more inches of snow. Like, come on, guys, just say that it's a 50-50. All right, so there's nothing in terms of advisories or anything for that. Let me bring up here our surface analysis. Let's refresh this. All right, so there's a couple of things on here that were of note. It's 28 right now, which is the highest it's been all day because we have this approaching warm front right there. That warm front's fairly small, but look at this cold front. It's occluding a little bit, meaning it's past its prime, or it's crested already. So it's weakening. So that's one factor. How cold will New York City get next week? That's coming up. We'll get the temperatures in a bit. Well, it's going to be cold. Oh, what I was saying. This long cold front here. My feeling is it's pretty massive. This air mass is big, but it's kind of like in waves here. So this is the setup. I think originally the GFS was showing, and Raymond, I think I saw you said the GFS is back south again, which was this cold front's going to push pretty much due east and stay south, which is what I was originally thinking was Virginia, North Carolina was going to get the brunt of it. But there's also 3 low pressure centers that's showing up here. So this could kind of pull up. So this, instead of going out because of big air mass, it will curve up because there's always curvature involved. But curving up will meet this high pressure system here. So it depends on if this high pressure system can go east enough, it'll allow this to come up north. So these are kind of blocking patterns. If it stays here, the high pressure, it can't come up as much north. And I haven't seen the latest run. The last runs I saw were the 18Z and the 12Z from this morning. -2. Wow. We can look at how cold Ottawa and Edmonton are, but my guess is it's cold. Because they haven't even been approached by the warm front yet of the system. All right, so that's what's going on out there right now on the surface analysis. One extra thing. Gonna look at QPF real quick. There's your mass. There's kind of like the heart of where the precipitation is in the upper atmosphere. I am kind of thirsty in general, but yes, I think I finished this in the, how long? 23 minutes we've been on. Gotta stay hydrated, I guess. This counts. No, up to you. But we got a lot of talk. We got a lot of things happening here. Also, was kind of excited because Raymond, I don't know if you were in it before. I've been kind of on this musical rediscovery journey as kind of like the beginning of this year. So I've been a musician for a very long time. I started playing piano at 6 years old. My piano I got in 2000. It's an upright piano. I got in 2000, and it was last tuned because inside they mark when it was tuned. It was last tuned in 2005. It has been through 3 moves, from the house I grew up in to an apartment, from the apartment then to, I'll say 2 moves. Then from that apartment to the house I'm in right now, in the other basement area, and then a small move was just really a slide. It really wasn't like a on a road. I just rolled it into here, which wasn't easy because it's like 450 or 500 pounds. But I'm excited because I just got it tuned yesterday. I got the piano tech in, got it tuned, and I got stage kind of reconditioned back up, so I'm excited for that. Oh, you watched the replay. Okay, cool. Anyway, back to this. QPF, or precipitable water in this, precipitable equivalent, liquid equivalent. The QPF here, this is kind of the mass that we're looking to line up with the surface analysis. Right there, just ahead of the cold front. So this is kind of like a soccer player kicking a ball. Is it going to kick straight out, or is it going to have some trajectory with it? And the trajectory would curve it this way around the high pressure as kind of like a steering pattern. So that is going to be the question here. If there we go. Winter weather would be. This is valid through the 23rd. Due date, let's see. Oh, here we go. Oh, there we go, right there. Of at least minor winter weather impacts. There's kind of a core area right there. 95% to the 26th into the 27th. All right, let's take a look on the satellite. Actually, let me zoom out a bit more. Here. Oh, even more. Let's go full continental. Okay, there we go. There is where we saw that QPF area, was right in here. This is lining up with the cold front kind of that we saw. So it looks like I would want to say this will stay south. I'm thinking. Let's take a look at the water vapors. Low, where am I seeing my low level? Oh, there we go. Low level. That's quite moist there. Dry air right behind it. Dry air kind of in front of it. So this also is kind of like a steering, but really the subtropical high there steers a lot. Moving a long way back to there. So that's what's out there right now on the satellite. Here's the radar. Oh, nope, no rain anywhere. We're good. All clear. Okay. It is very consistent. I don't know why. I pull up the National Weather Service radar, and it's clear completely. I have to refresh it twice for it to actually pull up any data. But again, there's the QPF we were talking about. That may make its way up along the coast here. Raymond, yes, I did see that. There's also quite some interesting weather. I didn't get to confirm it, but I saw a bunch of sources with it. Russia. Don't know where in Russia, but I saw it in a lot of places. They got enough snow to completely cover cars. And you have to be careful nowadays with the AI stuff. So I don't know if that was AI, but a lot of places were posting about it. All right. This is the last one I was looking at, the 18Z. So here we're going to do a comparison. So Raymond, you said it changed. I have not seen this latest one. Oh, sorry. This is the 12Z. The 12Z. Oh, there we go. Pressure gradient increases. So this is 0Z Saturday, so Friday night. So that high I was mentioning in the Atlantic moves east. Okay, that allows this to come up. There's a high right here, 1045 millibar. Wow. Speaking of which, my station pressure, where I am, which is about 300 feet of elevation, was 1023 millibar, which means with the conversion, it was about 1035 millibar. And then for inches of mercury, because I have on both sides, the highest I saw was 30.54 inches of mercury. So 1035 millibars, a high we had here. Wow. Okay, back to this. Here's what we were looking at. So this was a change of the GFS compared to the last couple of days. This is more north. And it looks like it's not heavy snow, but long duration snow until it blossoms just south of Long Island there, going into Cape Cod, and then a little bit of a glancing blow there and then out by overnight Monday into Tuesday. All right, so that was before. Let's see what we have now. Is 18Z the latest? Yes. So the 0Zs haven't posted or anything yet. All right, now let's take a look at this one. Oh. Maybe a hint, not really south. Maybe a hint more south, or a little bit, a hint more south, a click more south. But it's less intense. That intensity core is not there. All right, 0. That was the 12Z. They have the 18Z now. Oh, actually, let's go back to 12Z. Little comparison. There is all the light stuff. Increased pressure gradient ahead of a 1044 millibar high. All right, now that is some intense snow coming down there. Stays intense as it just glances again Cape Cod. Then makes its way out there overnight Sunday into Monday. So this is a whole day earlier. And then, let's change the run. All right, so now we're on the, change the run. Here we go, 18Z run. Oh, yes, it's going to be weeble wobbling. That's even more intense. The weebles do wobble, and they will fall down. Because out of the sky falls rain, snow. Weather joke. Weatherman humor. All right. That's what's going on there. A little more intense, but it's like a whole day earlier. So forget about position-wise, they're fairly similar, the GFS and the Euro, between those two. Just a little bit of difference there. However, this is 21Z Sunday. This is 12Z Sunday. So roughly a 12-hour difference. When there's that much of a difference, too, confidence goes down. And also, Raymond, I mentioned before, to your point, because it's 5 days out, we don't even have the NAM yet. All right. I'm going to leave you on that picture there. I'm going to go refill my drink. Drank through that. All right, we're back. How much change in the south? You mean like the southeast? Let's take a peek. Southeast. So, I've always been saying like the heart of that UPF area was Virginia, North Carolina. And it still looks like that. But this is just rain. Oh, I'm on the icon now. I don't know, have I happened? But my guess is it'll be very similar. All right. So a little bit of mixing, it's saying. but still mostly heavy rain. Compare that to the 12Z. Actually, just right there. Look at between 18Z, 12Z. Very little change in the euro. GFS. Let's switch to, where are you, regions? Southeast. Colder. So in that North Carolina, Virginia area, there's definitely some mixing happening. That looks like heavy snow, sleet, freezing rain. Interesting. So that's the 18Z. Go back to the 12. Actually got a little colder between them, between the 12 and the 18Z. So interesting. Let's go back north. A bada bee and a bada boom and a bada bing. All right. Icon, you saw kind of ahead of time. It doesn't show any mixed precipitation, like icing or sleet. It just shows rain, snow for this. All right, let's head back north. Here's the icon. The icon seemed to be pretty much targeting North New Jersey, New York City, Hudson Valley, Long Island, the South Shore of Connecticut. A little bit more now. It's going through Cape Cod. And starts petering out really once it passes that. But it's still a lot. Well, not petering out. It's still a strong storm there. 996 millibar compared to the high that we saw beforehand was 1044 and 1045 millibar. That's the icon. Nam's not even there yet. The farthest out, let me just go straight there. We have 6Z Sunday. It's in view. So, I don't think that would be enough for another 12 hours. We probably need another 24 hours to really get a decent look at the setup from the NAM. And all these other ones are even shorter. You want to take a look at snow totals? Because it's probably going to change. And then we can take a look at temperatures and go back into Canada for temperatures. All right, let's take a peek. All right, this is the 12Z. This is what I was looking at before. So this is quite a change. Because if I go back a couple of days, let's say Monday, we're going to go through next Tuesday, the 29th. That was Monday. So this was a week out. That was the picture. And then we switched this to today. Oh, that's also different. To this morning. That was the picture. Back it up a little. There we go. And now 18Z drops it. So I was noting this. I was just doing some quick calculation, like averaging out some things. So I was doing, the specific area I was looking at was North Jersey versus, so I would encompass this area, including New York City, and South Jersey. So North Jersey, the GFS was showing 10 to 14 inches. The Euro was 8 to 10 inches, and the Icon was 10 to 12 inches. Average that together, it becomes 9 to 12. Oh, which one was 2 to 4 in Albany? Right here? Or in the previous one? No, that's even higher. You must mean this run. All right, and then South Jersey going into the Philadelphia area here. We had the GFS had 6 to 10 inches. Euro had 8 to 10 inches. Icon had 4 to 8 inches, averaged together for a 6 to 9 inch range. That was 12Z on the 21st. Now, the 18Z, much less. But interestingly, it's kind of inverted. Where before, North Jersey, New York City area had more snow than South Jersey. Now, South Jersey has more snow than North Jersey. And I just took that quick area because family in South Jersey was asking. Raymond, to your point, there's a 4, right? Very close to where Albany is. So that 4 is right there. Yes. Which I don't think this run caught. Maybe a little bit, but to go from run to run, we take that Albany area and just take that one, keep that point right there. Right there. So it's 4 in this run, 10 in that run. So in 12 hours, it went from 4 inches or 10 inches down to 4 inches. Probably, and you're right, Raymond, it took into account downsloping because of winds. So with this, the latest one, nope. What? There we go. All right. Let's average some things now with this latest one. So we've got DFS, Euro, and Icon. So this is the South Jersey, North Jersey comparison I'm going to do. All right, so here. That's squarely, I would say, in the 6-inch range. 10 is a little bit too light, so I'd say maybe 6 to 8. Very consistent around here. But once you get near the coast, there's almost nothing. It really drops off. So it goes from basically 6 inches to 0 with no gradient. Just a fall off a rock cliff. All right. So let's say 6 to 8. Okay. That was total positive snow depth. Now it's a little bit different. And this is a new beta interface, which is kind of neat on Pivotal Weather. So this is the 12Z run. Let's advance the run. 18Z run. Oh, actually, there's not much difference between there. Look at that. 12Z. 18Z. It's about the same. So I had 8 to 10 before, so I will still keep that 8 to 10. We can take a look at that next too, but we'll go through each of these around this area. So North Jersey, 6 to 8 GFS, 8 to 10 Euro. Icon. Here's a 12Z. There it is. There was quite a gradient in there. 10 to 12 was kind of because green right there is 12. 10's around there. So that was the 12Z. Now let's see the 18Z. It shifted the heavy snow a bit more west. So North Jersey, specifically in here in New York City, there's a 7 in there. So the darker, I would say 6. At the low end there, it looks like the 6. The 12. So quite a range. 6 to 12, I would say. Now, let's calculate this and average these together. All right, so we have 6 plus 8 plus 6. Divided that by the 3. We have an average of 6.7. I'll probably say 7 inches. Rounding to the nearest whole inch. 2. So now let's go 8 plus 10 plus 12. That divided by 3 will be 10. 7 to 10 inches. I would probably then caution just my own little spin on there. I'll probably do a bit more of a 6 to 10. So I'll put an asterisk over that. So we went from 9 to 12 to 6 to 10 for averages. Okay. So now let's take a look at Albany. So let's take that point. See if that was a good point. Yeah, so we're going to go with this point right there. So in the 18Zs, icon is 12. We're not going to do a range. We're just going to do that one specific point right there. Then here, right about there is 10. This is all pretty much 10. 9 to 10. Let's say 10. Yeah, a little bit different because this is total snowfall versus positive snow depth. I don't have pivotal weather plus. GFS. We are on the 18Z, and that is it. Yeah, that's it. That's a 4 right there. So let's average these together. 4 plus 10 plus 12. Take that, divided by 3 is 8.7. Let's say 9. So if that's 9, I would also probably put you in the 6 to 10 range. Or maybe even 6 to 12. So basically, what I'm doing with that for taking these averages is seeing the trend. So this was, I don't know if it was you, Raymond, or Delvin, talked about the wobble. This is the wobble happening right now, where we wobbled up and we wobbled down. And this is what's going to keep happening. Really, I would say until Friday, the 3-day out. That's when confidence should be going up a little bit more. All right, so that was taking a quick look at snow totals taking some averages there. And now let's take a look at those. Now let's take a look at those temperatures. All right, so let's take a look in the U.S. side first. Then we'll go over to Edmonton and where was the other one you said you wanted to see? Ottawa. Okay. It'll be here they are. Let's load it up. All right. So we have tomorrow. I remember so Newark, Climo's 39. We're at 46, so we are above average tomorrow. There might actually be a little bit of melting, which could be a bad thing because it goes down to 27 overnight and then 36 for the high on Friday. Not cold really yet. Not the deep cold, but that overnight low there of 27, so that'd be Friday morning. Definitely be cautious for your morning commute because there could be some black ice from the thawing happening on Thursday going into the freeze overnight Thursday into Friday morning. All right, now 36 dropping down to 8 overnight. Going up to a high of only 19 on Saturday. Down to 11, up to 21. Down to 16, up to 28. Down to 16, up to 29. All below freezing. And Newark's the warmest spot in this area here. Then we get a little reprieve Wednesday, up to 35. So basically, it's going to be from Friday above freezing. So Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, all below freezing in Newark, which is typically the warmest spot. Now let's go to Albany. Take a look at Albany here. All right, so 38. Your Climo's 31. So yes, it's still going to be above average. Here we go with these negatives. So high of 38 down to 20, up to 22. So it's going to be stable and dropping through the day, it looks like, on Friday. Down to a low of -1. Again, this is the MEX for the MOS data. Just one we're taking a quick peek at. Down to -1, up to 8, down to 0, up to 11, down to 8, up to 18, down to 8, up to 19, down to 10, up to 27. Still below freezing through Wednesday and Thursday, at least here, showing Wednesday night to Thursday, an overnight low of 16. So I wouldn't expect that to even get above 30. Let's keep going. Boston, baby. Delvin for you in Boston. What we got here? 31 to 46. So a milder day. Your Climo is 36. So you're a full 10 degrees above average tomorrow. Down to 27, up to 33. So Friday, not as cold, but you see, it really doesn't climb too much before the plummet. 33 goes down to 7, up to 16, down to 7, up to 18, then to 15, and then 23, 16, 29, 19, 34. So you're back above freezing by Wednesday. It's going to be cold. Okay. Now, let's see what I got from Canada here. That's the drought monitor for Canada. Weather information. Do you know? I wonder if this would do it. Ottawa. Does it have Canada? Kansas? No. Delvin, how do I find a Moss data equivalent for Canada? You know? Let's see what the AI says. While there isn't a single direct Moss equivalent, Canada uses its own system primarily through Meteorological Service of Canada, MSC. It offers products like the Gem. We know about the Gem, the laughable Gem sometimes. Ensemble forecast. ForeFlight? Oh, I've used ForeFlight. Oh, it's just what the model output statistics, Moss. Let's just then take a quick peek. Weather for Ottawa, Canada. Oh, there we go. Environment Canada weather.gc.ca. There we go. Oh, it's a light snow right now. See what their temperatures are showing. Whoa. Okay. I didn't realize it said Celsius at first. Okay. What's their coldest? Thursday. That's cold for tomorrow. -3 as the high? Sorry. Wait, I am. Never mind. I am getting my conversions wrong in my head. That is the warmest. -18. Here we go. -30. Saturday night. That's actually so. It's -40 Celsius equals -40 Fahrenheit. I think that's the point. But there's your coldest of the week. Saturday, a high of -18 and a low of -30. Wow. Okay, that was Ottawa. Find location. To Edmonton. Right, that's the other one you asked for. Edmonton, yes. That was weird. I clicked Edmonton and it did not pull up Edmonton. Okay. What we got here? Saturday's not as cold. Not -30. Thursday looks like their coldest day. Going from -17 to -23. And nothing looks like too major out of this. Saturday. Flurries. 60% chance of flurries. All right. Well, that's quite interesting peak. Now we're gonna pretty much wrap very shortly here. Anything else either of you wanted to see real quick here? But yeah, I'll keep you updated. Because I'm also keeping my job updated. Is very important when you're dealing with public transportation and commuting and stuff like that. Anything else? All right, so I probably won't have any live streams until next week, unless I don't think I would do live. I would probably just do coverage in the storm for that. But I'll keep a track of these averages. Kind of see this wobble that we were seeing in the numbers already. That was 12Z, and then this is 18. That 18.2, 18B. All right, well, if we will wrap up the stream there. So, cheers, everybody. Raymond Delvin, it was a pleasure as always. Keep an eye out on the channel for some shorts that are come out referencing this live stream with our discussion and saying of we gotta wobble up or we gotta wobble down. We'll see. And also feel free to keep posting on there or commenting on there if you actually want more snow, which I have a feeling, or no, the answer. Or you would want less snow. I know people that want both. One of my managers loves snowboarding, wants more snow. One of my coworkers hates plowing the driveway, or hates snow blowing the driveway. So, they don't want any snow. But I'll keep you all updated. And if you want to stay up to date, oh no, I don't have my radio, but check out my affiliate link in the description below because you can get your emergency communication radio and it will have NOAA weather radio frequencies built in so that you can stay up to date with all the latest weather information in case you don't have internet or you don't have cell phone service or anything like that. So feel free, bettersaferadio.com below. All right, thank you both for joining. If you're new to the channel, feel free to hit that subscribe button below and that little bell icon right next to that so you get notified when I go live like this, or I upload videos, and I will definitely be uploading some videos of what's the latest with this impending or just pending snowstorm. Thank you all for watching. This is Chief Meteorologist Andrew Pinero. I'll see you all in that next video. Have a good night.